Okay, so in this recording, I'm going to try to show you how to use all the features that you need to use in order to complete the Analyzing ELA Air Test rubric assignment. Just a fair warning, we are probably going to be interrupted by Charlotte and or Eloise, so just be prepared. Okay, so on the assignment that you have, I'm just using a sample of a document that I already have created. You guys have the 2 sample essays written by New Albany students to work with on Schoology. And you're just going to use all of the editing functions that Google Docs has in order to mark things up. So I'm going to read along from the instructions and show you how to do that on my screen so you can see how all these lovely tools work in case you don't know. So on the rubric, the purpose, focus, organization, all you have to do on the thesis is to make that bold. So we're going to pretend that there's a thesis here. And first I am going to highlight the sentence that I want to bold. And then I'm going to click the B, and now it is bold, and that will tell me and Mr. Dawson that, hey, I found the thesis. Next, in case you need to mark a transition, let's say that there is a transitional phrase. We're going to italicize that. So again, you highlight it, you click the I, and you have italics. It's pretty exciting. Logical organization, I really just want you to think about this. There's not an easy way for us to show this on a doc, so that's just something to be cognizant of. Appropriate style and tone. Let's say that you're reading one of these articles, or not articles, one of these sample essays, and somebody has a word that you think is a little bit too informal, or perhaps just doesn't belong in the essay. Like you're like, wait a minute, we're not supposed to use contractions. That's not something that we do in formal writing. So you highlight it here, you choose a highlight color, and you pick orange. And there it is. Now it's all in orange, easy to see. Evidence and elaboration asks you to use the insert comment feature to explain how the evidence is effective in the essay. So again, you're going to start with highlighting, and you'll see over here on the right hand of your screen that whenever you highlight anything, Docs pops up the little comment button. All you have to do is click add a comment, and that will give you some space to write. And you can say, this quotation demonstrates that Nixon was willing to cover up the truth to preserve his power. P.S. If you guys are interested in Nixon, there is a great podcast called Slow Burn, all about Nixon and his interesting presidency. You guys should check it out. What else do you have to do? Nothing. Okay, and then you would hit comment, and now you can see that your comment is there, and Mr. Dawson and I can see, like, hey, I know how information is used, or I know how examples are used, and why they are effective. So precise language, obviously specifics. If you're like, oh, okay, I see a specific word, it relates back to the text. Let's pretend that distance is a specific word. And we're going to highlight it and then underline. There we go. It's lovely. And content specific or academic vocabulary. So content specific means specific to the prompt that the essay asks you to write. So in this one, you guys are comparing and contrasting Nixon and Ford's speeches. When you look at that prompt wording, anything in the essay that seems to connect back to that wording, to connect back to the specifics of the prompt, that's what I want you to be thinking about and underlining. So when you look here, let's see, let's say that specifics is perspective of a child, that's the focus of this. So your content specific language would be like, oh, here the essay says children. I'm going to highlight that and I'm going to underline it. Oh, down here, child and children. Going to highlight that and then I'm going to underline it. So you're looking for the language that is specific to the prompt and specific to the texts that the prompt is referring back to. And I know you guys don't have the speeches in front of you. You can get back to them either through the Ed site or through the Ohio Department of Education's student practice sites, which I will be posting later for you on Schoology. If you want to refer back to those essays, you can. But the purpose of this activity is really just to get you guys thinking about the rubric that will be used to score your essays. So, do your best on this. It's not like a, 100%. You absolutely have to hit every single thing. I want to see you thinking about it. Okay, varied sentence structure, you're not marking anything. Conventions of standard English, making sure that the writer is doing things that they are supposed to do. I just realized you guys can see all my notifications coming up. Are you excited? You can come to the online meeting, 1:30, see your team. Whoop, whoop. Actually, this will be yesterday for you, so you won't. I know you guys miss me. It is sad that you are not with me in my crazy train of thought going on right now. Anyway, so changing the font to red and correcting. Let's say that this needed to be corrected. We would highlight it. We would change the font to red. And then when you go back into it, it's going to stay red. And let's just say that was the correction. Obviously, that's wrong, but you guys can now see how it's done. So hopefully this little video shows you how to use any of those editing features if you were unsure of how to do that or how to use any of those. And I hope you guys are doing well, and we'll talk with you soon. Bye.